Hello, welcome
Hi.
to another episode of the Got Whips podcast. It is Friday, February 17th. I lost my knitting needle, don't mind me. There it is. It is episode 92. I am Heather. I am coming to you from Southern California.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nicci, and I'm coming to you from Central Wisconsin.
And we would like to welcome you to the shenanigans, new and returning viewers. Thank you for checking us out. We hope that you enjoy the craziness. What?
So I hope they gleam a little nugget of our craftiness from this episode.
A little. We hope that
Or just laugh at us. It's okay. We do.
we either inspire you to do things, enable you, or you just laugh at us. That's fine too. Yeah.
Before we go into admin, I would like to say that thank you for all of you who come on Wednesdays to Zoom. Heather was there this week, but she did miss two people, and they wanted me to say hi to you. I forgot. So they were sad they missed you, Steph and Sarah.
Oh, I'm sad I missed them too. We had an appointment at 5:15, so I had to get off early, but I'm happy I was able to be there for a little bit. I miss everybody that yeah.
And this Saturday is our Zoom Saturday, the third Saturday of every month. So sadly, Heather works this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I work Saturday, so
someday maybe she'll come back to us.
I know this is probably a decision that we shouldn't make while we're recording, but maybe we can discuss pushing it back a little bit later on Saturday.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm open to that.
There's not much we can do on Wednesdays just because I work. Like my work is like smack dab. Their Zoom is like in the middle of work of my shift.
Yeah.
So there's not much we could do about making it earlier or later. Also because of your schedule too. But yeah.
Saturdays are fine to go later because now it's starting to become like we're starting to get lighter, staying lighter later. I can say that, I promise. So like soon, summer I go swimming and that with my family. So that would work better for me not to have to like leave the pool at 3 and get home and everything. So yeah, we can move it to later for next time because I feel like this is too soon to do it for you for tomorrow. But for sure for March.
Yeah, because right now it's 2 to 4 Pacific time.
Yeah, because it's 4 to 6.
Yeah, so like I don't get off until an hour after it's supposed to be over.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could even, go from 6 to 8 Central Time or 7 to 9. But we will let you know. We will put it up on Instagram, and of course, we will let you know the next time we record.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. So I mean, I don't know that I was thinking. Do you want to do all of the admin spiels or?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that. So we have Sock It To Me. So you have about 11, 12 more days left in February to get your socks done. It does not have to be a full pair, just one adult sock, shorty, or however long you want to make it. One sock gets you an entry. So if you do a pair, you get 2 entries. But it is up to you to put those entries in yourself. You can enter on all the platforms, Instagram, email, and of course on Ravelry.
Yep. And all of our contact information is in the description box down below.
Yep. Also, I will talk about another one. Oh, the Burra Cowl. That is a 7 or 8 podcasts are doing it. The KAL runs all year for me and Heather. So if you do the Burra Cowl, I cannot pronounce her name. I'm sorry. But if you do that, you can double, triple, quadruple, however many times you want to do it. And everybody's that is participating. Some people are running all the way through the year. Some are only running till July or August. So just go look on theirs. I always list them down below in the description box. I don't know if Heather's still putting them up on the screen or not. She's the one who edits. So
I have not been, but the hashtag has been on the. I haven't put them up since we.
Yeah.
But they're in the description, and they're also on our thread.
Yep.
On the Ravelry group.
And that one you can enter either on the Ravelry, or there is a group hashtag for all of us that we're looking at. And some podcasters have their own what's it called? Hashtags as well. We do not. We're just going to use the one general, and Heather and I will pull as we see fit when we start seeing people getting them done.
Yep. For sure. So the two that I will talk about is the whip challenge 2023. This is any whip that you had prior to January 1st. Go ahead and put it in, work, go into the chatter thread. Let us know how many you want to complete in the year. And then post them in the FO thread once they're completed. If you meet or surpass your goal, you get entered into get double entry and a chance to win the grand prize at the end of the year. And that is a quarterly draw. So March 31st, 30th, 31st. 31st will be the ending of our first quarter.
And on that note, there was one lady who only had 3 whips going into this year, and she's already got 2 of them done. And okay. I want to grow up to be her. I want to grow up and not have all these whips on my needles.
You, for the sole fact that you only have 3 whips going into January.
Yeah.
Because I
definitely my hero, because I definitely get squirrel syndrome or something shiny comes out and I'm like, ooh, let's cast that on.
For sure. And then the last one we have is the Temperature Project 2023. It's just as it is. Do something, crochet, knits, cross stitch, weave, sew,
embroidery.
Yeah, whatever else you can convince us is a temperature project, where you're adding something to the project based on the temperature in your area per day. You don't have
any year.
Of any year, yeah. And but it doesn't even have to be like you add it that day. Like you could say like, I'm gonna add once a week for the previous week, or I'm gonna add once a month. I mean, whatever you want to do. It is a quarterly draw, so at the end of March, we will be picking our winner. And
it doesn't have to be finished. It's just
shown. It doesn't have to be from January 1st to March 31st done. Just show us that you have made some sort of progress on it. Yeah. So that's it. Side note, I am probably going to get my floss. This weekend, today or tomorrow. From Joann's. Nicci informed me that they're having a sale. So I'm gonna go do that, because I bought my floss for the other project, but not the temperature project. And somehow I got 2 of the wrong floss colors.
Way to go.
I just was
batting 1,000. I'm gonna finally take my temperature one and bobbinate it. Right now they're still all in their original form. And so that's why I haven't worked on it. So But we do have one more KAL that we're adding, our Sal.
We do?
We talked about this after the last podcast.
Oh.
And Heather, has been working crazy hours, so she probably doesn't remember. But we're gonna do a cross stitch make along.
Oh yeah.
And so me and Heather both have a bunch of this designer on our needle, our hoops. I don't know what the terminology would be, but anyways.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yep. We're gonna start a year-long any frosted pumpkin stitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any of frosted pumpkin stitchery designs, they have a large catalog of designs. They do PDF patterns, which is what I mostly get. I think Nicci's the same patterns patterns.
Yep.
Have printed patterns that they mail out to you. And for most of their patterns, especially the ones that have been SALs for them before, and a SAL is a stitch along, if you didn't know. Fine. For the ones that have been SAL, sorry, the fire truck is rude. They have kits made. So it either comes with Ada and so it either has Ada, linen, DMC, or it's not specialty floss, but it's the floss that they use.
Cosmo,
thank you. And I did get for my Christmas on Gingerbread Lane that I started many years ago. I did get the floss pack for that, but I didn't get the cloth. So you can't, like I was saying, you can get the PDF, a printed pattern, a full kit that includes the fabric, or you can just get the floss pack, which is also available in DMC or Cosmo from them. And you do get points for how much you spend at their store, at their shop, which comes in handy. There is a newsletter for them. I love Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery.
Heather's their spokesperson, if you haven't noticed. Unofficially.
They have Instagram. Yeah. Ashley and Amanda are very good designers.
I feel like it's because they're from California with you.
But they're from Northern California, and if you know anything about California,
it's super long.
It's super long, but there's almost this like, I don't want to say stigma, but there's almost like this thing where it's like Northern California is a different state than Southern California. You are all from the same state, but because it's so long and like it's long and
narrow.
It's long and narrow. So like things in Southern California are so much different than things in Northern California. And like the weather's different, the community, like the feel is different, the communities are different, like just so yes, they are technically Californians. They're Northern Californians. Like San Francisco, right?
I honestly don't know. I just remember them saying they're from California. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think they're like San Francisco, Sacramento area.
And I know they themselves live about an hour away from each other.
Yeah. They used to be roommates long time ago.
Yeah. So, okay.
That's what we're doing. It does not have to be a start prior to February 17th, which is today. It could have been a start
2 years ago.
Yeah. But are we doing finishes only or just progress?
I think just progress.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not going to put that huge of a weight on my own shoulders to try to get one of those projects done. that I have started by them in a year.
You're almost done with one.
I am, but I have extras that I need to add to that stuff, but we're not talking about that. So
That's what we're starting. Look for the thread in Ravelry. I hope that you will.
And we will have a hashtag here so that people can join us just on Instagram too.
Yeah.
So moving on. FOs.
Yeah.
I have one finally. And it is my pair of socks for my aunt. And the only reason why I got this done is because me and Heather picked a time to meet for this podcast, and I quickly came home, got everything set up, and Kitchener the toe. So last time I was here, and I made it. So there's my first pair of Christmas presents done for the year. So I will put these in a box actually this weekend, wrap it, and stick it in the new tote I have just for Christmas presents for next year.
Good job.
Thanks. Okay, where am I going to set these? There.
So
You can decide where we're going now.
we're doing knitting whips. How many knitting whips do you have? Me too.
2.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I will show you my other one that I've been working on at work, which is my Musselburgh hat.
I need to get another one on.
This is where I was last time. And so I did 8 inches from the crown to here. I'm going to do 6 inches of the 1x1 twisted rib. And then I'll finish it off with 8 inches.
Are you going to stay with the same color?
Yeah, I'll put it back to this color. So this is all yarn from Arkansas Yarn Co. I have no idea what the 2 colorways are. This is a 2021's New Year's color. I know that. And this green, I don't know.
Is that the same green that you used for Matt's hat?
For my cousin Bobby's hat.
Bobby's hat.
For the frolicking deer hat.
I want to say it's like something forest hunter something green.
I know it's on my Ravelry page.
For the frolicking deer hat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first one is my mom's birthday socks. This is a Patton's Croy 50s stripes. I was here at the light bulb stitch marker last time I saw it. So I got a little bit done on that. This is what I was knitting on Wednesday during the little bit of Zoom I was on. But this is still first sock, and her birthday's in May, so I gotta get these cracking. But I do have two skeins of this, so.
So you're gonna use 1 ball for each?
Yeah, because I don't want to pull out a ton of yarn. And I don't think I would be, if I pulled out a ton of yarn, I don't think I would have enough for the second sock. This is thicker yarn than I'm used to working with lately. I don't remember Patton's Croy being so thick.
All right. My next one's actually crochet. And it's JJ's graduation gift. Trying to find the stitch marker. This is my 30-day project from when I finished the Cozy Memories. 30 days, I did that, but I left it downstairs. So I'll show it the next podcast. And so this is the one I started for my 30 days. So I was, okay, let's try to hold this. I had just started with this blue, so that was 2 rows. So I'm doing 1 row a day.
1 row or 1 stripe?
No, 1 row. So a stripe takes me 2 days.
Okay. So when did you start that? Like, when did you pick it up?
So it would have been Sunday. But I'm trying to get where I'm doing it in the month. So I'm trying to go from February 1st. I'm trying to reset it. So I'm working extra each day to try to get to where I am to the 17th, and I'm not there yet.
I see.
So I have 10 days in here, and I'm hoping over this weekend I can get caught back up so that I can reset to just having the first always being the 30th, the first of the month always being the new start of the 30-day challenge for me.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I of course for February I'm gonna have to add 2 extra anyways, because we only have 28 days this month, but I figured this was the best month to do it on because crochet is a little bit faster.
Yeah, good, but at the same time, I mean, you could just say, I'm going to do 28 days because that's what's in February.
Right.
Instead of doing 30 days, just do the month-long challenge.
Yeah,
There
I
is
could.
where it's not going to be 30 days, or some months that it's not going to be 30 days. You're going to have 31 days.
Well, I just thought I would get that day off. Is that a no, Heather? I don't get a day off?
Yeah, you could, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to get enough to make it.
Yeah.
Anyways, my next one and my last one for knitting at all is Gabe Socks.
I love that color.
This is all I got done on little baby socks. I need to try them on him again to see how.
He's gonna freak out when you try those on again.
He did last time. So this is a pair of socks that I'm knitting for Gabe. The yarn is Night Owl Fibers in the Life and Death Brigade colorway. This was Gilmore Girls colorway in
2 or 3 years ago.
2020, I think. Something like that. And I'm just making Gabe a pair of vanilla socks. I used this yarn. No, it's not there. I used this yarn for Hector's Musselburgh hat. And I had a substantial amount left.
I still claim I'm coming to steal that hat from him.
I thought it was sitting over there on the shoe bench, and it's not. He was taking it to work. Yeah, so this is what I'm doing for Gabe, and I'm doing 60 stitches on a size 1, and I'm using Chowhu DPNs. Yeah. And I'm doing 64 stitches with size 1 for my mom's socks.
Okay, are we going then to WIPCO?
Oh, I forgot. I didn't write that down, so I don't have to cross it off. Sure. I have 1 cross stitch with go.
And I have 1 knitting and 2 cross stitch.
Okay, sure. Because my cross stitch is not all that fascinating. Sorry, bag spring.
You're good. I'm trying to get this flipped around the right way. Did you want me to do my knitting one first?
Yeah,
What you
go
said?
Yeah.
Okay. Last time you guys saw this, I was somewhere in here, and I got the whole Waves of Change jacket from Denise Byroon. So I got the last purl rudge, 10 rows, the ribbing, and then I picked up the first sleeve. And believe it or not, I got only 4 more inches to go when I tried it on Wednesday. So
Yeah, almost done.
Almost done on the first sleeve. Hopefully I will have it done the next time we have a podcast. hopefully. My goal was to have it done for today. It didn't happen.
No, but that's okay. So, sorry, trying to do this and it's all over the place. As I don't know if you guys remember or not, but my cross stitch whip go for February was my Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Christmas wreath. And if you remember last episode, I did not have my floss. Well, I went to Hobby Lobby and bought my floss, and they are all on my floss drops, all tangled already. Anyways, so I started it the other day, last Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday, because I was off work. And this is what I got them.
Nice.
It's a section of the house, the roof of the house that's in the middle of the wreath.
Okay.
It's a gingerbread house. And that's all I got done.
I'll show my nice start of my first whip go. Mine is nothing exciting at all, but it is my pandemic that I finally started.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And there's page 1 of just the very top. But this was a Christmas present. I have a scroll frame now.
Oh, what?
I know, right? I was so excited to get this on Saturday when I saw my girlfriend for lunch. She's like a second mom, and she always asks what I want. And this year I just put everything in the Amazon wish list. So she got me this. So I was very excited.
That's awesome.
I made Justin put it together.
As you should.
As soon as I got home. So.
As you should. It is something that he should definitely have done.
Oh, he did 1, 2, 3 had it together. Where I would have been struggling for a hot minute.
Me too.
My other whip go for cross stitch is my Christmas rules, which I showed you last time. So that's how much I have this week. By the end of the month, I would like to have this section and then the next one underneath it.
Is your needle attached to the floss?
Yeah, right across here. Hold on. Move it there.
There we go.
So, very excited for this one too. I had the pattern, but the dog had been on the bed when we started this and he kicked it off and it went under the bed. So I didn't want to crawl on my hands and needs to go get it yet. Otherwise I would show you. And then, sorry, my last cross stitch I showed last time, it was love notes. I got the whole order of the envelope and I started my heart and I had it up to here and realized that I started in the wrong spot down here.
Oh,
so
no.
I've already ripped out like 15 rows and I have all this to rip out still today. And I have to restart that. So I was a little upset, but this is another present here from her. She got me these magnets so that I can hold my extra fabric.
Oh, cool. Cool. So the letter, what is it called? Love note?
Love note. Yeah, love note.
Is not part of your whip go.
It is not. Sorry.
I got confused.
That was just my regular cross stitch, guys. Sorry.
So for my regular cross stitch, and honestly, I think I worked on this some more after we finished recording, but honestly, I don't know. And if you've seen this already, I apologize. But I feel like I did this portion down here.
I was gonna say, I think you did the bottom part of that bow.
Yeah, I think I did
I
this
don't remember seeing that.
portion down here. So I got a little bit more work done on my Halloween wreath.
Speaking of the holiday wreath, now that they've put out the whole like bottom, like our next clue, now I want to pick it back up so I can do the bow and then go from there. Because I don't like the spot that I'm in right now.
What are you in right now?
Like the second clue.
Yeah, like
Clue 2 is like, I don't know. It wasn't like what I wanted. And then clue 3 only gave you a little bit of the bow.
okay,
So I wanted, I got the whole bow.
imagine that this, let me show this. So this is the bottom portion of the wreath, right? So the house was first, obviously. Then a section over here.
Yep.
So not directly under the house, but more like onto the side was clue 2. Then a portion like here that involved half the bow was clue 3. 4 was over here.
Yep.
Again, missing this whole section here. And then now 5 is filled in this section here. So we have like this, basically it's like all the way around. I want to continue this way because I want to make the candelabra that's on this side. I really like so like I want to continue this way and then go back this way. But I don't know.
That part I haven't decided, but I know that I want to go down. I want to go straight down and do that bow and then decide where I want to go. So
yeah. I mean, I get it, it's mystery. They're releasing clues every week or every month. But like make it a little bit more, I don't know, make it a little bit more easy for us to figure out where we're going, I guess.
yeah, all that extra counting that Nicci can screw up so fast.
And it's not just you, like I had to rip out.
That's what I'm afraid of, is where I counted over, I'm gonna have to rip that section out. Because maybe it's counted.
And I feel like that's why you're not doing it. Because you're scared of counting. Whatever. I
mean, I know that we don't always have to rip out and cross stitch. We can go over our stitches, but like that huge section of that red, there's no way for me to go over all that. That has to come out. If it was just 1 or 2 stitches, yeah, sure, whatever. It can stay.
Yeah, the only time that I really feel like it's okay to sorry. The only time I feel like it's okay to go over stitches is when the color underneath is not so vibrant and bright, where the color on top is not gonna be affected. Yeah, like that's just mine. What do you have next?
All I have left is acquisitions.
Okay, go ahead. I have to go open the door for Gabe.
Okay. So I will start with the knitting acquisitions first. I got my monthly from Leadingman. So I just got this in the mail today. So here are those new 5 minis. Yeah. Still loving it. We are up to S. I love the snow cone is right here. And it's Shark Attack, Smoky Quartz, Smoke on the Water, and Smell My Feet. So getting there. I think they said I have 1 more year after this year. So then I'll decide if I'm going to stay or leave or whatever. Then my next acquisition was, again, this isn't not for me. So my friend who I met for lunch asked if we could go to the yarn shop so she could pick out some yarn for me to make her some hats. So we did so. So I just thought I'd share these before I make the hats, because I don't know if I'll be able to do better than a picture when I do them. So she got this modern, fashion modern tweed and it's a light soft Aran. They're 50-gram balls. So it's just black with some speckles. It's almost like a chain, it almost feels like. But hi, Gabe. So that was gonna be one hat for her. Then she got the Malabrigo. It's like purple there. Sahara grapes. That'll be one. Then she got Barocco Sesame. What colorway is this? Does it tell me? That's 7418. That's nice. Blues, purples. And then for her final hat purchase, she got a skein of Anniversary Ario Silky Merino. So she got this, but she got this mohair for me to hold double with it for another hat. And what is this by? I don't even. Essentials. So I've never used that yarn either. So these two will be held together. And yes, Heather, I saw you roll your eyes at me with the whole mohair. I'm hoping to do it before summer so that the allergies aren't as bad. And then the last purchase was, I had this in my hands to purchase, but she took it from me. And it is Cobblestone. It reminded me of the spin cycle. And it's, I don't know if you know, you're still muted, Heather.
I know.
But it's 200-gram ball and it's 612 yards. So I figured it'd be great for a one skein shawl so that I can keep going to make it bigger because we all know I like schlankets. But that is it's super soft. I had never seen this yarn before. And it's 100% superwash merino wool. So I'm excited over this. But I won't be doing anything until I get her hats done.
Yeah, that's cool.
Second for the crinkle, sorry.
The only thing that I got for acquisitions is the fabric and floss for my Christmas wreath. Like I said, I might go, or I might, I don't know. I could. It's available online too, so the sale is online too. If you don't want to go into a store, you can get it online. But
Or order to pick up and make them find the colors for you.
Do they do that?
Yeah. So I have more acquisitions, but they're cross stitch ones.
Oh yeah, I was just saying the only thing that I've got is floss and fabric. I'm going to order. I might actually do the store pickup thing of the floss for. I want to order floss for my. I need to order floss and fabric for my temperature project. And something else. It's a frosted pumpkin stitch design, but can't remember what it's called. But actually, I think I'm gonna wait for that.
I'm drawing a blank.
So I'm just gonna do the floss for my temperature project.
Okay. Trying to think of where to start. Because I was bad.
Wait, before you start on that, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about
this feels like a loaded question, guys. Just saying.
It's not a loaded question. How do you feel about building a floss stash? Like not necessarily getting, okay, let me clarify what I'm saying.
Okay.
You have kitted up a lot of projects.
Mhm.
When you're done with the project, are you putting the floss in a bin
Mhm.
to,
I can pause right now and go grab it.
okay, and we're back. So, yes. So when you're done with a project, what do you do with your floss?
So I haven't finished but one so far, but Black Friday shopping, Joann's had 60% off their like storage containers.
Mhm.
I purchased this,
Mm-hmm.
and like some of us do, we bought the wrong colors. Like you said, you bought 3 of the wrong colors.
Yeah.
So right now, I mean to get them in little sandwich bags, but these are all my 300s, and I put them in one container. So I did all that. I accidentally bought, because this was before I knew anything, I just saw white and I was like, oh, I need white. Thinking it was B5200 or white. Well, it is 5200, but it's satin.
Mm. Oh.
And I
Oh.
don't ever plan on using satin, because I've heard horror stories about satin.
Yeah.
So like, there's that. So what I've been doing is putting them in Ziplocs right now, if they're full skeins. And then my other ones I've been winding around my floss drops. But mine don't fit in like a normal one like Heather's do.
Right.
So I want to order the floss drops, the regular ones, the acrylic ones, like what you have, so that they fit into a bin. And I'm just gonna go pick up, like, I know that the craft departments all have them, but I found that at Harbor Freight, where my husband goes for tools and stuff, they have the same exact containers for like $1.99
Oh, really?
instead of $6.99.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the same things.
And honestly, before, when I was a more, what do you want to call it? When I was almost strictly a cross stitcher, Hector got a new fishing bag that had a bunch of like plastic containers for him to like divide all of his tools up with. And he only used like 2 boxes. So I took one of those. It was brand new. It had no fish guts on it. It was not disgusting. So I used one of those and stored my floss in it.
I tried to take some of Justin's when he got his brand new tackle box before he like put his, because he had old ones that he had took out of his old tackle.
Yeah. That's
like, oh, I'll just take these and those ones will slide in. He's like, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately me and Justin fight over those.
Hector tried to get me to use the old smelly ones first, and I was like, no.
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 Justin's like, I'll buy you your own. So, okay. So off of D-Stash, I bought a pattern and
Wait,
it came
you
in.
never answered my question. So
I did.
No, but like, how do you feel about building a stash so that if a pattern,
building. Okay, the second part of the question.
Yeah.
Like you said, I kit projects.
Mhm.
So for right now, I'm just kitting them, and then I'm putting my leftovers on. I'm gonna order the bobbinate to have one for every color eventually is my goal, or whatever I have. So I'm just gonna keep kitting them like I have been, and then when I'm done using them, I will either move them to the next project with that, so that I like to keep all of them in the same trying to find, I don't have it. So like if I have B5200, 310 is black, and like 818, which is a pink. I had it in 2 different projects. So when I got done with the one, that I had done with the little dinosaur, I put that one in with the snow globes. So I took it off that bobbinate, put it on that one, because the acrylic ones that me and Heather use, if you don't use the stickers to write on them and you just use a Sharpie to write on them, all you have to do is rub it off with alcohol. It doesn't do anything to it. So I've been keeping those as like ones to interchange, and I'm not using the stickers anymore. I actually peeled all the stickers. I'm peeling all the stickers off as I get to them. So I can use those ones always to interchange with my projects.
Mm-hmm.
Because once they're bobbinated, it's hard to change them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So, moving on. Cross stitch acquisitions.
Okay. Off of D-Stash, I bought this pattern. So it's just called Wish. Monthly Musings is who it was from. So Shepherd's Bush. Yeah, I mean, a quick flash from back here. That's how big the pattern is for me. That's really tiny.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go take a photocopy and blow it up.
For sure.
And this is one of a 12-month series, so I didn't know that. But I'm gonna try to not let my OCD with having a complete collection not kick in, because I just found that out right now as we're talking.
I remembered it wasn't a Frosted Pumpkin stitch redesign. It is a Stitch with the Housewife design.
Gotcha.
For the what's it called? Home.
Which
home thing.
Oh, the home for the home. It's called Home.
Home, yeah. So I'm gonna do the base pattern. And then as the seasons come up, I'm gonna buy and do the swaps.
Gotcha. Yeah, I want to do the swap too, and so I have to get the base pattern.
Yeah.
Then Teresa Kogut has a floss tube. She's a punch needle art. She's a fabric designer.
Mm-hmm.
She does all the drawings and everything. So she gets every week she does a sale on one of her patterns. The last time it was Flurry, and it's a book, and I got it for this snowman because I wanted this. But down here I'm going to put my stepdad's name for my mom for the angel, because me and my mom both love snowmen. But in this book there's these also. There's 9 whole patterns in here, and so I'm going to show those quick. Oh, that's fun. I love this one. And then the clown snowman, and then that guy right there. So, but that was great. Fast shipping, and she also put cardboard on either side of it when she mailed it, so there was no bends or anything.
Yeah.
Then me and Heather last podcast have been talking about the plastic canvas you can get that they have real small.
Oh yeah.
And it came, you can't see it on that either. Dang it. Maybe against that you can. I mean, it's really tiny.
Yeah.
It looks really tiny, but this is actually equivalent to a 14 count. So this is what I'm going to make all the kids' Christmas ornaments on. And it was, I'll put the link down below from Amazon. I think it was like $6.99 for the 6 sheets.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive. I remember that.
No. So I'll get a lot of ornaments out of that. And when I was on there looking for it, they had shown me this kit. So I got that kit.
Does that come with plastic canvas too?
It does.
Okay.
It came with everything.
Mhm. I wasn't sure if it was plastic canvas or
the perforated paper.
yeah, perforated paper.
After the last podcast, I had gone up to our local cross stitch store and I picked up a few patterns. I had ordered these and the shop owner went in her own stash to get me some of the older prairie schoolers. So this is 1984, the first year. This is 85, 86, and 87.
Hmm.
And of course, I had to pick up some extra stuff while I was there. So I got these Santas from Prairie Schooler. The Mini Surprise. Then Santas and Snowmen. And then I got year 2007, 2010, and 2017 of the Santas.
That's weird.
I know, they do them so weird, like how they put them together. So, and as I was checking out, Grandma saw this snowman one hanging on their wall.
Oh, that's pretty.
They had all of them throughout the store done. So I picked up the book, which is Stony Creek, and I'm learning that I like Stony Creek. So.
Yeah, I like Stony Creek too.
And then last week's Sunday, they had a special because of Super Bowl. They were open on a Sunday, which they normally aren't.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin said, "Let's go." And if you know anything about my husband, when he goes to the cross stitch store with me, it's never a good thing.
Never.
Because he's like, "Oh, I like this. Oh, get that." Well, it happened again. They had the whole store was on sale. It was all 30% off for Super Bowl weekend. So I got Primrose, a Halloween one. I got this haunted one for Primrose. Justin had seen these little wooden cutouts and he's like, "What's this?" And I was like, "You cross stitch in them and they are patterns."
Oh,
they hang it. And for these, they have their own patterns that they get, they get you.
Mm-hmm.
So they owe me the gingerbread girl. They didn't have any more there, but the snowflake mitten. So I have that. And then when I found out that, they had patterns to go along with them, that's when I picked up the little gingerbread. I had seen in the one bucket that there was kits. And the top one was like totally something for Justin, but I was like, "Nope, not doing it." And I walked back up to the counter and he's like, "What did you see?" And I was like, "Nothing, let's go." And he's like, "No, what was over there?" I was like, "Nothing, let's go."
Yeah.
Did not let me go. So, and then I wasn't paying attention, Then all of a sudden I flipped it over. This is linen. I haven't played with linen. I'm scared of linen.
It's not bad.
And she's like, "But it's a big linen. You can do it." I'm like,
if it's good linen, it's not bad.
And it comes with the buttons and the beads. Like, I can't do this stuff. Like, I haven't played with beads yet. Like, I'm not ready for this kit.
Okay.
And then Heather has started, she said, her Christmas lane.
Oh, Christmas
from Gingerbread Lane, yes. So we bought they have the DMC too there, so I bought that.
For Christmas on Gingerbread Lane?
Yep.
Oh.
While I was there.
It's fun. I like it. I just would pull it out and get working on it again.
Because I was like, "Oh, I should start one with you," remember? Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Oh, I'll get all that one," because I really wanted that one. So, and that is all my acquisitions. And I have one more coming in the mail, but that's it. And I have one I'm not showing today because Heather has not gotten hers yet.
Yeah, and as soon as I do, then she'll go to it. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I guess we're into life bits. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep, because I don't have any future anythings. That's for sure.
no, the only thing that I want to do is I'm gonna kit up. I don't know what I'm gonna start it, but I'm gonna kit up the home design from Stitching with the Housewives because I want to do the wreath swaps. Like I'm really into the wreaths right now. I don't know why. That's really
Yeah, you
normal for me. And I don't decorate my like there's not a wreath on my door. I don't decorate my door. I don't know. But anyways. My 2 weeks have been working. I worked 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. Wednesday and Thursday. Thursday is supposed to be one of my days off, and I worked then. And I stayed up as late as I could last night, which was like 10:30. And that was a struggle bus, but from like 4 to 6:30, 6:45, I was not like I didn't sleep well. Those like I don't know, like my head just told me it was time to wake up. And I mean it was only 2 days, but I don't know. It just was very weird. My body feels tired, and now I'm like, but this okay, so this morning when I woke up, my body still felt tired, but my head was awake. Now I feel like my head's catching up with my body, and I'm like, I could go take a nap right now. I don't know that I'm going to, but I could. And my supervisor and my team lead and my coach want us to do it again. So it was me and my team lead going to work early and doing our mods for the new year because we have a ton, and they have decided to reset the floor plan of the whole store. So
Oh boy.
it's a lot of moving around, it's a lot of readjusting, and it was virtually impossible to do it when the store's open and full of a million customers. So going in early, getting it done as early as possible before, our store usually gets busy between 2 and 6. Like when people are getting their kids out of school and like running in before they go home from work. Like that's usually our busiest times. And it usually calms down about between like 6 and 8, and then it gets busy again. People finishing dinner. So if we come in and work 4 to 1, then it's not really busy. So yeah, we got a lot accomplished. One day I did 7 months by myself. That was Wednesday. And yesterday I did 4.5 by myself.
Yikes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and that's why I haven't been doing crafting, because by the time I come home from work, we do homework and dinner, and I'm done. Mentally exhausting. But everybody's
go ahead.
Everybody's okay. Yeah, nothing really to report with anybody else in the household. Yeah.
I just working. JJ got sick this week. Had to take him into the walk-in, and he has influenza. Everything else was negative. So if you are hearing any coughing, that is him from the other room. And grandma's good. Ornery, but good. She's very excited because our little local, like, I don't know how to explain it to like across the world, everybody, but it's like an old fashioned like ice cream sandwich. Like they have food, but they also have ice cream. And so she's excited because they are back open Saturday. They open back up. So she's very excited because her favorite thing from there is a chocolate marshmallow malt. And not a lot of places carry malts anymore. So, but yeah, otherwise everybody's good. So.
Sorry, Gabe just realized that I eat it with a spoon. Gabriel just realized that I made Jello for him. He's been asking me for like a week and a half to make Jello for him, and I made it while he was going to school today. And so he just
Nice.
didn't realize that. So he had a little bit of a celebration. So yeah, we will be record again before. No. Our next schedule is March 3rd.
March. Mm-hmm.
So make sure that you enter sock to me. Yeah, one sock is all you need. And make sure you see our Instagram for any updates. And yeah. That's pretty much it.
Happy crafting, everybody.
Happy crafting. See you in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Bye.